Hello, and welcome to the first micro training in our Wednesday Wellness series. I am really excited that you've joined me today, and I'm looking forward to talking about improving our days by boosting our energy. So let's get started. Luna Greenstein, writing for NAMI, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, shares that having a morning routine can increase your energy, productivity, and positivity. It also generates momentum, which helps us build up to the brain's peak time for cognitive work. Other research states that an established routine can help us ease into our day rather than rushing headfirst into it. Creating a morning routine is not focused on who can accomplish the most or check off more boxes than everyone else. Instead, it is all about allowing yourself to begin your day with confidence, peace, and a positive attitude. Starting the day this way can help us to effectively complete tasks and to handle things that come our way without constantly feeling stressed or overwhelmed. So, what can we do to kickstart a morning routine? There are a few key actions we can take, including improving our sleep, proper hydration, and a few others that we will now discuss a bit more in depth. Believe it or not, an important aspect of creating and maintaining a morning routine actually starts the night before. Recent sleep statistics paint a bleak picture of just how well, or rather not well, we actually sleep. For example, among adults older than 18, 13.5% reported feeling tired or exhausted most days. More than a third of Americans report getting less than 7 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. About 30% of adults have symptoms of insomnia, with 10% having insomnia that impacts their daily activities. However, we can take actionable steps to improve our sleep quality. First, keep to a consistent bedtime or sleep schedule. This can be difficult because we're busy people, but the research does show that keeping to a consistent bedtime routine helps lessen restless nights and can reduce the brain fog, grogginess, and tiredness many of us feel every morning. It's also important to note that we should try to keep the same sleep schedule on days off, vacations, holidays, etc. I know, but it is important. We should also do our best to create a relaxing sleep environment. For example, keeping your room cool, dark, and quiet, reducing our exposure to light in the evenings might make it a bit easier to fall asleep. So if we reduce that exposure to light, we find that we get tired a little faster. It's also important to avoid prolonged use of light emitting screens just before bedtime. So a few things to consider: using room darkening shades or curtains, earplugs, a fan, or other devices to create an environment that suits your needs. You can also engage in some calming activities before bedtime, such as taking a bath or using relaxation techniques that might promote better sleep. We should also do our best to limit screen time before bed. This one is incredibly hard, especially for those of us who are pretty attached to their phones. But endless scrolling can make it feel harder for us to disconnect and fall asleep at night. To help with this, we can turn on blue light filtering, create routines in our phone that put them to sleep at a set time every night, and even keeping our phones plugged in away from where we sleep. It's also important to be mindful of how much and how close to bedtime you may eat. A small snack before bed isn't a bad thing, but it's pretty hard to go to sleep when you're too full or if you're really hungry. We should aim for about 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Of course, keeping in mind that everyone's sleep needs are different, so you may need more sleep than others, but the experts do agree that between 7 and 9 hours is optimal for most of us. So, before we move on to our next step in our morning routine, a question to ponder for you: what is your sleep routine like? Take a minute and think on that while we go ahead and look at our next topic in our morning routine, which is hydration. Starting your day with a glass of water helps rehydrate your body. It can kickstart your metabolism and it can help aid in detoxification. You can keep water by your bedside and drink it before your morning coffee. Just a funny example, I've actually taught my dogs a routine with their water where the glass of water comes up with them at bedtime, and that is the first thing that they reach for. So they know about the importance of hydrating when they wake up. If you're someone who just likes drinking plain water, there are amazing things out there that you can add to them, sugar-free options. Adding lemon or other fruits and vegetables can also help make water more palatable. And while we're on the topic, it's important to note that drinking water first thing in the morning will not increase the amount of calories you burn daily or promote a feeling of being full. Drinking water regularly beginning in the morning can help prevent dehydration. Following a dedicated morning routine can be a great way to set the tone and may even help lead to more effective planning and execution of health promoting benefits as the day progresses. So it's important to start our day off with a glass of water, if only because it helps wake us up and get us going. And then once we've had our water, it's important to think about our nutrition too. You know, a nutritious breakfast is essential for maintaining energy levels. Choose balanced options like proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbs. If you can, avoid high sugar foods to prevent energy crashes and focus on fueling the body rather than observational studies regarding health or, whatever. What this means is eat what makes you happy in a way that makes you happy. So if some mornings that means you started off with yogurt and fruit, perfect. And if other mornings you reach for that bowl of cocoa pebbles with milk, go for it. But make sure that you're getting that energy that you need to get you through your day. Morning exercise has been shown to boost endorphins. It helps increase alertness and it can help improve our moods. When we talk about morning exercise, we're thinking simple activities like stretching, yoga, or a quick cardio workout. These all make a significant difference in how we approach our day. And there are actually 15 benefits to morning exercise that I found through calm.com. And those are boosted metabolism, enhanced sleep quality, elevated mood, improved focus and mental clarity. It's encouraging healthy choices, maintains a consistent routine. It helps enhance our physical performance. It can improve our heart health. It can strengthen our immune system. It can also help increase our energy levels. If needed or desired, it can assist in weight management, but again, not the focus. The focus is on moving. It can also help enhance our social life. It can also allow us time for reflection and planning. It has been shown to help us reduce our dependence on caffeine. And it can also help improve our discipline and personal development. And it also helps set the tone for the morning because if we're energized, we're better able to tackle our day. Really? What's wrong? What did they want? All right, let's see if I can fix this. Another really important part of our morning routine is our mental preparation. Mental preparation helps you start the day with a clear mind. It is helpful to set daily intentions, prioritize tasks, and even visualize success. We can do things like incorporating setting daily intentions. It is a powerful exercise that can help you start your day with focus and purpose. Unlike goals, which are specific achievements, intentions are about how you want to approach your day and what you want to focus on. And here is a simple exercise to set your daily intentions. It is also listed there on the slide, so you can have it for reference. But we begin by finding a quiet moment. So start your day by finding a few minutes of quiet time. This could be right after you wake up or after a brief meditation session. Reflect on your priorities. Take a moment to think about what is most important to you today. What do you want to focus on? What mindset do you want to adopt? Write down 1 to 3 intentions on a piece of paper or in a journal. Write down 1 to 3 intentions for the day. These could be things like, I intend to approach my work with focus and dedication, or I intend to practice patience and kindness in my interactions with people. Visualize accomplishing these intentions. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Visualize yourself going through your day, living out these intentions. See yourself being focused, patient, or whatever your intention is. Revisit your intentions. Throughout the day, take a few moments to revisit your intentions. This can help you stay aligned with your desired mindset and actions. By setting daily intentions, you provide yourself with a clear direction and a clear purpose, which can significantly enhance your motivation and productivity. It also encourages mindfulness, which helps you stay present and engaged in your daily activities. We can also start with morning mindfulness meditation. It is a powerful way to start your day with a clear and focused mind, and it involves dedicating just 5 to 10 minutes each morning to sit quietly and focus on your breath. Although if you only have 2 or 3 minutes, that works too. Make your meditation as long or short as you need it to be. The simple practice can reduce stress and anxiety, improve concentration and focus, and enhance emotional regulation and resilience. Let's go through the steps of a basic mindfulness meditation that you can incorporate into your morning routine. Start by finding a quiet and comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Sit in a relaxed position with a straight spine, either on a chair or on the floor. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Focus your attention on your breath, noticing the sensation of the inhale and exhale. When your mind wanders, which it will inevitably do, gently bring your focus back to your breath without judgment. Continue this practice for about 5 to 10 minutes, gradually increasing the duration as you become more comfortable with the practice. Starting your day with mindfulness meditation can set a positive tone for the rest of the day, helping you approach tasks with a calm and focused mindset. It's also important to avoid morning stressors, which can be basically anything that kind of puts us in a bad mood in that morning. So these are the events or things, thoughts, feelings, interactions that cause us stress, anxiety, or tension. This can include that morning struggle of getting your family out the door to start the day, having to make a million decisions before you even had that moment to sit down and think about the day. It can even be something like getting stuck in traffic. All of those are stressors. And while we talk about avoiding them, what we mean by that is we acknowledge they're going to happen. But rather than letting them throw us off track or, really set the tone for the day, we're taking the time to acknowledge that, yes, I am stuck in traffic. Getting angry about it isn't going to help me. It isn't going to make the traffic move faster. So instead, I'm going to do whatever it is that makes this more bearable for me. Listen to my favorite podcast, an audiobook, revisit my intentions, practice a quick breathing exercise, whatever you have to do to put you back into that calm, reflective, and present state. And so those are the big factors that my research showed are important when we're considering morning routines. And we can talk about them all day, but I also do like to show examples of people who have a morning routine that works for them. So I do have a quick video to share with you. Before that, though, I would like to express that the media, which includes videos, music, articles, whatever, used in this series may contain views and opinions, which are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any other author, agency, organization, employer, or company, including the Washington State EAP. I also want to share that I found this video on YouTube through Creative Commons licensing, which means that it was free to share. We are not making a profit on this. This is not something done in conjunction with us. This is just something that I felt would be helpful. Small note, he does do an advertisement in the middle of his video, but it's done seamlessly and really well. So we're going to start this and learn about a morning routine that works for someone.
The perfect morning routine, something we all want to finally be productive, win the days, and get ahead of 99% of people. Hell yeah. So, is there an actual formula to build the perfect morning routine? The short answer is yes, but there are some considerations to keep in mind. In this video, I'll tell you everything I've learned from the greats in the process of finding the right morning routine for me. So the waking time is up to your bedtime, of course. I go to bed at 9:45 because that's when I feel ready to sleep. My eyes at that time are like, bro, please, it's time. Ideally, you should be in bed for 8 hours to sleep at least 7 hours and a half. That's what the average human needs. If you sleep less, you won't be at your best. And if you sleep more, you'll feel similar to when you are hungover. What's up with that? You're just gonna wake up from a later sleep cycle, meaning you'll feel groggy and tired, even though you've rested more. If you struggle to wake up in the morning, it might be because of that. So next time, aim for 7 hours and a half, no more than 8, and you'll see the difference. With that information out of the way, according to Andrew Huberman, you should wake up and get sunlight in your eyes right away. No shower, no sunscreen, no clothes, nothing. Just get up and go. Ideally outside. Some people do it, not me. This is where you start tweaking your routine depending on your life circumstances. Where I live, the sun starts rising at around 6:20, so I have a bit of time to drink my water, take a shower, and then go like a normal human. This sunlight exposure in the morning is crucial for your day because when we expose our eyes to morning sunlight, our body releases serotonin, the feel-good chemical that enhances your mood throughout the day. Something as short as a 10-minute walk does the trick. On cloudy days, a bit longer. If you can't go for a walk because you need to be at work at that time or do something else, you can also reap the benefits by sitting near a window that lets in natural light for a little while. Back from the walk, it's time to work. You may be wondering, what about coffee, dude? Breakfast? I actually drink my first coffee 2 hours after waking. What? I've been trying to delay my first coffee for about 2 hours. I'll tell you why when it's time for coffee. For now, all you need to know is I feel better when I do. So I sit down to work around 7 a.m. and I usually work for about 60 minutes. This working session is not my most productive because I am not at my best at this time of the day, but I look forward to it every day because after this session, it's coffee time. And I take a long break to enjoy it. Some say the most successful don't have morning routines, they just wake up and go for as long as they can. But even if I were to be the most productive dude on the planet doing that, that's not how I really want to live my life. I'm a big fan of restorative breaks. Coffee, meditation, cold showers, music, I find them essential to be more creative and not burn out, which is crucial if you want to stay in the game long term without going insane. Something I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video is I take cold showers, not every day because they're hard, but they're great. The reason for this, according to science, is cold exposure causes a significant release of adrenaline, increasing your levels of energy and focus. As a side note, I don't start showering with cold water right away because I am not a psychopath. I leave the cold therapy for the end, just 1 minute and I'm out. I've been using this free app, Recast, to actually get through my infinite article backlog, and it's been a game changer. If you've got articles lined up you want to read, Recast uses AI to turn them into concise, rich audios where its virtual host explains them to you. Recast back and forth combo format makes all the difference. It feels like a podcast. You can submit your own articles or discover what other users submit. It's a new way to read without reading, whether you are on the go, working out, or simply enjoy listening. It's engaging, easy to understand, and saves tons of time. Because let's face it, there's more interesting things to read out there than we'll ever have time for. I personally use it the most when I'm preparing stuff in the kitchen or when I go for walks. There is an iOS app, web app, as well as a browser extension to easily submit. I use it to recast articles I find going through my email newsletters or just browsing throughout the day. Full disclosure, this video is in collaboration with Recast. I am loving the app and I think you will too. You can use it for free and there are some pro features. If you want to support the team, you can use my promo code RobertCreating. I'll leave a link in the video description with all the information. Right, so I found out that waiting at least 90 minutes to drink your morning caffeine can have significant benefits for your energy and overall well-being. The simple explanation is the first 2 hours of the day, cortisol is at a natural peak, but if you drink coffee, you will interrupt the cortisol rhythm in your body, which can lead to fatigue. So your morning coffee, it's actually making you more tired if you drink it within the first hour after waking. It doesn't make sense, I know, but trust me, I've been doing it for over a month now and my energy is back. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Certainly, it's been a challenge for me because I was used to start my days drinking coffee right away. However, the trade off is worth it. I replace the coffee with lemon water and a pinch of sea salt because I don't usually eat anything early in the morning. I do intermittent fasting, more on that later, and the drink replenishes electrolytes. It makes me feel better. It's not the same as coffee, but it's something. From 9 to 12, I am at my best, so I leave the most important work for this block of the day, and I do deep work, meaning full concentration on the task at hand. I try to stay away from my phone, social media, email, or whatever gets in the way because 80% of my work is done during this window of time. Now, sometimes I break the rules because I am human. Important emails or people calling me, no one calls me. Not even my mom. Anyways, I try to protect this time of the day because it's important. Peak time is not going to be the same for everyone, of course. Some people are way more productive in the afternoon or at night. I guess this exercise we're doing here, building a solid morning routine, takes experimentation and iteration. After work, it's time to eat. I've talked about intermittent fasting in some of my videos before, and some of you have asked why I do it and what's my protocol. I do intermittent fasting or time-restricted feeding, usually 16 by 8, breaking my fast at noon, but I'm not so rigid about it. Sometimes I break my fast at 10 or before. If I'm really hungry, I just listen to my body. The main reason I do it is because I find it easier to lose weight because when you're following a time-restricted feeding diet, it is harder to eat more calories than you need. Sometimes I feel sharper, but I also feel capable of doing mentally demanding work when I eat. So no big difference in that department. Onto what I eat. I don't follow a vegan, paleo, keto, or carnivore diet. Again, I listen to my body. I just eat the food that makes me feel good. Talking about meat, vegetables, healthy fats, and carbohydrates. Balanced nutrition. In the end, the best nutritional plan is the one we can sustain. When you eat different macronutrients during the day will definitely impact how you feel. I usually leave my carbs for after my workouts to feel better throughout the day because they tend to make me sleepy if I have them in the morning. I also enjoy them more at night, but that's just personal preference. And that's the end of the morning. After going through all my routine and the things that experts do, you may have a better idea of the best times for you to wake up, work, have your first meal, your first coffee, the kind of restorative practices to implement during your breaks, so on and so forth. You don't have to follow exactly what anyone does. For instance, I like Andrew Huberman. I prefer my workouts after eating because I feel stronger. So I leave physical activity for the end of the morning or at night, and that's what works for me. But I guess knowing what experts do and why is important information to at least have a science-based framework to make your routine. So let's recap. If you want to feel awake, energetic, and be productive in the morning, don't oversleep. 7 hours and a half to 8 hours is enough for most of us. You'll feel way better sleeping just the right amount of time. Find it. Sun exposure for at least 10 minutes in the morning, ideally outside for better mood and sleep. Cold showers will boost your dopamine, leading to better mood as well. Some form of meditation will help you decompress. Important to stay focused. Delay your first coffee for at least 90 minutes. It'll make a huge difference in the afternoon. You can try fasting. It might help you feel better in the morning and lose weight. But hey, keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a dude telling you what works for me. When making changes in nutrition, you should always talk to your doctor first. And last but not least, if you struggle with being productive, I'll leave a video I just made here where I talk about how I manage my time and the apps I use to be more productive. It might help you plan your working sessions better. That's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.
All right. So, as I said, just a kind of an example of a morning routine that this person has made work for them. I appreciate his humor in his video, and as well as his pointing out that this is what works for him, that he's not a doctor. He can't say that this works for you. But, that is an example of a morning routine that is working for someone. So as we go forth and plan our lives and try to incorporate routines, it's just something to think back on. And that does bring me to the end of this micro training. But as we end our time together, I'd like you to think about a couple of things. So, going back to the beginning, who can relate to the struggle of waking up and feeling like a zombie? Probably most of us. So let's shake off our sleepy haze, which is also known as sleep inertia, and kickstart the day with some energizing habits. So, Think to yourself, what are your more go-to morning rituals that put a pep in your step and help you seize the day? If you're interested in sharing with those or getting more information about these and other topics, you are always welcome to reach out to the Washington State EAP. Just to let you know, in the PDF of this slide deck that you will have access to, there are some additional suggested resources. This is by no means an inclusive or exhaustive list, just a few things I thought you might find helpful. For anyone who is curious about the resources used to create this presentation, they are all listed there. And if you'd like to reach out to the Washington State EAP, you can always reach us at our website, eap.wa.gov, at our phone number, 877-313-4455. You can also reach out directly to me at carly.osborne@des.wa.gov, or you can reach out to the EAP as a whole at wastateeap@des.wa.gov. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.